Okay, guys. Okay. Let's get it going. Midday motivation that happens every day, Monday through Friday. You need this in your life. You had a poop day at work. Something just ain't right. Something's off. This is the call to be on every single day. It will give you that jolt, that boost that you need in your life, people. I promise you that this is what we do every single day. And the person that I'm going to introduce to you guys is Mr. Ailton Carvalho. He is my right hand. He loves people. And he is going to give you the motivation you need to get through the rest of the day. And you can come back tomorrow and get another dose. He is more than excited about making sure that you guys get what you need, okay? So, with no further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Ailton Carvalho. Can I get a mic check?
Thank you for that amazing shout out. Let me just make sure these lines are muted. I think it's muted. All right. The line is recording. Everyone's muted. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys don't even know what's about to happen right now. You guys don't even know what you're in store for this call. This is the mindset and motivation call. And listen, this thing is about to blow up. So before we even get started, I'm giving you guys one warning and one warning only. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, because I'm about to drop next level tips for success. And I'm talking fast. And if you miss anything, you're going to regret it. So get a piece of paper and get a pen. So first and foremost, shout out to each and every one of you guys for making it on this call, right? This is a 12 o'clock call, just like Tanika said, Monday to Friday. We're here to give you your daily dose of motivation, right? To get your mindset in order. To make sure you're listening and you're getting everything you need to take your success to the next level, right? Because personal development, growing your mindset, staying motivated, it's like taking a shower. You need to shower every day so you don't stink, right? You need to grow every day so you don't stink. You need to get motivated every day so you don't stink. You need to improve yourself every day, right? So why not get on these calls? Monday to Friday, 12 Eastern. You make it real easy for you. Press a few numbers, mute your line, take some nuggets, right? So really, in the next 6 months to a year, when this thing blows up, because we don't have a lot of mindset calls, right? We're leaders right now. There's a lot of business calls, there's a lot of Forex calls, but there aren't a lot of mindset, personal development type calls. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to create it, and we're going to be the leaders of this movement. Pretty soon we'll have new people coming up, new nuggets, next level nuggets, everything. So for today's call, guys, before I jump into it, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ailton Caesar from Boston, Mass., right? And I'm an average kid. I'm not the sharpest kid out there, I'll tell you right now. But you know what I do? I do what the unsuccessful people don't. I do whatever it takes, right? I do what I need to do to get what I want. So that's the difference between me and the unsuccessful, in the masses, I call it. I do what I need to do, right? And I'm nobody special. I'm an average guy. I just do what needs to be done. So guys, for today's call, I don't even want to say it might be 15 minutes because I got 12. I was going to give you 10, but I got 12 next level tips to get you to the next level of your business, of your life, or whatever it is you do. So I'm going to speak fast because I don't want to keep you guys here all day, and I really want to share this information. So let's go. Number 1 of 12. First and foremost, it all starts with the belief. You need to believe that it's possible. Whatever it is you do, whatever it is you're here for, whether it's mastering Forex, right? Whether it's building a business, whether it's a relationship, if you don't believe it's possible, you played yourself before you even started. Imagine getting into a relationship with someone and you don't believe that person is going to last. Guess what's going to happen? They're not going to last, right? You guys will go on 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates, and see you later. No more dates. Think about it. Your belief is what gets you through the hard times. Your belief level. Having faith that it's possible. The average person, the masses, the sheep, they say, oh, I'll believe it when I see it, right? We all have those friends. Oh, I'll believe it when you make $1 million. I'll believe it when I see it, right? No. First you see it, first you believe it, and then you see it. Your belief is what attracts it to you. So understand that you need to believe. Your belief level needs to be at an all-time high. Your belief level needs to be next level. Number two, you need to act like the person you want to become. You need to act like the person you want to become. Now, don't get this twisted. This is not fake it until you make it, right? This is thinking, moving, doing the things that need to be done. You need to act as if the person you want to become. So, Brianna, the Brianna that wants to be successful, the Tamika that wants to be successful, the artist that wants to be successful, whoever's on this call, you need to act as if you're already there, right? You need to picture yourself. You need to visualize, the activities that that person does, the books that that person reads, the mindset that that person has, the way that person handles objections, right? You need to understand who that person is. Move like them. Think like them until you become them, right? Do the things that person would do. You need to give up the person you are right now in order to become the person you want to be, that you're meant to be. You need to visualize yourself at the pinnacle of your success, right? At the top of where you're trying to go. Visualize that person and keep that image in the back of your head, in the back of your eyelid at all times, no matter what. You need to understand, how does this person behave when things don't go their way? How does this person act when they're having a shitty day, right? Excuse my language. How does this person handle adversity? How do they feel on a daily basis when they wake up, when they go to sleep? What's their confidence level? How do they move? How do they speak? How do they dress, right? Life is a feeling process, so you need to understand that feeling. Get that into your head. That's number 2 of 12. And I'm telling you guys, you better be paying attention right now, because this is going to get you to the next level. We'll figure out in a few months who was listening and who wasn't, because the people that made it to the next level, they were plugged in. So shout out to you. If you weren't listening, you might as well start right now. Number 3 of the 12. Put your stake in the ground. Plant the flag. And honestly, guys, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh, this is so basic. This is so, like, mundane, cookie cutter. Like, this is, duh, right? I know this. Duh. A lot of people say that, but they don't do what they need to do. That's the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful, right? The sheep and the shark. They know what it is, but they don't do it. It's pretty, like, point blank period. It's pretty cutthroat, right? So when I say put your stake in the ground and stay committed, right? That means plant your flag. So no matter how many times you get knocked down, no matter what happens, no matter, who comes and goes within your business, no matter how many times Joey says, I'm going to sign up on Friday, and then Friday has came by, and then, Labor Day has passed, Halloween has passed, Thanksgiving has passed, Hanukkah has passed, New Year's has passed, it's Valentine's Day, and you still don't get no love. It doesn't matter. Put your stake in the ground and keep it moving. People will come, people will go, people will say yes, people will say no. Keep it moving. Make that decision. Understand what your target is, where you're trying to go, and just go straight towards it, right? No matter what happens, no matter what obstacles, what adversity you face, if your stake is in the ground and you know what your target is, you'll get there, right? Grant Cardone says this all the time. What is your target? Where are you trying to go, right? Imagine you're standing in the middle of a field, 200 yards away. There's a target, and you have a rifle. All you need to do is hit the target right in the middle, right? And everything you want is going to fall into your life. The money, the cars, the clothes, the success, the freedom, everything you need, but you just have to hit that target. You look up, you can't find the target, so how are you going to shoot it, right? You don't know your target. They're going to ask you, hey, what's your goal? What do you want to get? So we know what to give you when you hit this target. And if you're stumbling and you're confused and you don't know what your target is, you just played yourself, right? You got the rifle ready. They got people who have the money just waiting to transfer to your bank account, right? They got the house. They got everything your family needs. But you don't know what it is you want, so they're not going to give it to you. So that's why you need to know your target. Put your stake in the ground, commit to it, and understand that you need to focus on that. And everything else is noise. Everything else is nails on a chalkboard. I don't need it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't sway me. It doesn't faze me. I know where my target's at. My stake is in the ground. My flag is planted, and I know where I'm going. That's number 3. Number 4 of the 12. You got to vocalize your vision. And I don't mean go on Facebook and put up a status every day of what you're going to do, right? I mean, vocalize that vision to yourself. What you put out into the world is what you get back, right? You need to speak it into existence. You need to have the affirmation, right? You need to let the people, you need to let yourself know, you need to let your subconscious mind know what it is you're trying to accomplish, right? And I, for one, I test this. I do, and I've done every single one of these tips. I wouldn't share this with you guys if me, myself included, has never done it, right? For years now, for decades, I've always pictured myself, whether it's, you know, being the kid who, when I had that goal of going to college, being the kid going to college, right? Or being the kid who got signed to the modeling agency, or being the kid who went to Boston Fashion Week, or New York Fashion Week, or working with Puma, or going to the BET Awards. I always knew I was going to do that. I always visualized myself, right? And I always told myself, when people were cracking the jokes, when people were making fun of the pictures, the photo shoots, the Instagram, everything, I always knew where I would be. And I always knew where I would leave them, because I vocalized it to myself. So all the noise was just noise, right? And I understood that what I put out is what I got back. So when I can help somebody, I help someone, right? All the successful people that I study, they say the same thing. When it's time to help, they help, and they don't expect anything in return, because what you put out is what you get in, right? And guys, understand this. This is the next thing I'm going to tell you. Your subconscious mind, and this is facts. Don't argue with this. Don't ask no questions. This is facts. Just listen. Take this for what it is. It is facts. It's proven, right? Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between fantasy and reality, right? So what you tell yourself and what you feed yourself is what it believes. If you don't have that confidence, if you don't vocalize to yourself, if you don't tell yourself you're great and you're going to do great things and help a lot of people, guess what's going to happen? Exactly that, nothing. If you don't say nothing, you won't do nothing. So vocalize your vision. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself in your subconscious mind, right? Number five. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Refuse to tolerate negativity. Refuse to tolerate negativity. You need to understand that I can't, I won't, it's not possible. How do you deal with the haters? How do you deal with the sheep? How do you deal with the people who are constantly telling you can't do that? That's not going to work. That thing is a scam. What are you doing with your time? When are you going to go back to school? Blah, 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 blah. Refuse to tolerate those people. It's like they live in a pool of negativity, right? And those are the people that are the greatest killers of success. You got to limit how much time you spend with them. You got to limit as much as you can, because their attitude sucks, right? I'll keep it straight up. Their attitude sucks. So if you don't want to suck, get away from them. The law of averages. You guys know what it is, the law of association. You're the average of 5 people you hang out with. You hang out with 5 people who snowboard, guess what? You're going to start snowboarding. You hang out with 5 people who smoke and like to get high, guess what? You're going to be higher than a kite, right? You hang out with 5 people who club hop weekend to weekend to weekend and just go to the club, buy bottles and waste their money, guess what you're going to do? You're going to spend your weekend in the club buying bottles and wasting money. You spend time with 5 successful 6-figure earners, guess what's going to happen to you? Right? It's so easy and simple, and it's so it's one of the things that you just need to do that you just don't do. But 9 times out of 10, people just don't do it. It's crazy, right? So number 6, we're halfway there. Listen, number 6, you have to have a no plan B mentality, right? No plan B. If this doesn't work, I'm going to go sell a lotion. If this doesn't work, I'll find myself a potion. If this doesn't work, I'm thirsty, I need some juicy juice. No! If failure is an option, when you have a backup plan, you're more likely to give up when things get hard. Point blank period. Point blank period. It's going to get hard. Who said it was going to be easy? Tell me. Tell me who said this was going to be easy. Where in the universe do they say, hey, you want to do something that you've never done before? Oh, I got you. That's going to be easy. Hey, you want to do more than your parents did? Oh, that's going to be easy. You want to do more than your friends did? That's going to be easy, right? No. If you're trying to do something that hasn't been done, it's going to be hard. The sooner you accept that and just go through whatever obstacle, hurdle, whatever difficulty you face, you'll make it to the other side, right? No plan B. It's either do or die. This or nothing else, right? If you have no other choice but to succeed, you're going to do amazing, amazing, amazing things to succeed. And then nothing, zero, nada, nothing is going to get into your way. Nothing. Number 7 of the 12 next level tips, right? Number 7, expect turbulence before you take off. Expect the turbulence. If you fly, you know what I'm talking about. You have to expect a little bit of a rumble in the jungle. You got to expect things are going to get shaky, right? Tell me, when does a plane fly with no turbulence? Even when they land, even when they take off, there's turbulence. Things are going to get rocky. But if you expect it right before it happens, it's going to happen. You're going to be like, I knew you was coming. I'm ready for you. Let's go. What you got? That's it? A little shake, right? Oh, just 4 people left my business this month. That's it? All right, whatever. Cool. Oh, I just lost 2 trades. Whatever. Cool. I knew it was going to happen. You ain't surprised me, right? Expect the turbulence before you take off. So when it comes and they try to kick you in your mouth, you're on some kung fu master and you grab it and flip it out of your way. You grab the leg and just throw them to the side. Right? Understand, there will be turbulence. Number 8 of the 12 next level tips. And honestly, guys, if this is going to, have 1% of an effect on you, I'm happy. If you take one of these 12 tips and take action, I'm happy. So really, stay connected. Let's finish strong. We're almost there. Number 8, you got to go all in and take massive action, right? All in. Again, with the plane, right? Shout out to Jay. I just saw you walk by my street. Shout out to Jay. I'm pretty sure she's on the call. She had her headphones plugged in. So, understand, Jay's probably going to the airport right now, and she understands that for a plane to take off, you need some speed, right? Imagine if your pilot's like, let me pump the gas a little bit and try to take this thing off. You guys aren't going anywhere. You got to be all in, balls to the wall, pedal to the metal, be committed, go all in and take massive action on what it is you're trying to do. Don't flip-flop back and forth, hopscotch. That doesn't work. That's a kid game. You want kid results? Cool. Play hopscotch, right? Go back and forth if you want kid success. I want big boy success. I want lady boss success, right? So take all out massive action. Go all in. That's what creates momentum. Massive action leads to massive results. It's law. You think you could take a little bit of action and have a whole lot of success? The 1% of people who fall through the cracks and get a little bit of success with a little bit of effort, you know what happens? It doesn't last. It's gone. It's temporary. I don't know about you, but I don't want temporary. I want everlasting, right? So number 9, this is the longest call we ever had because it's the best call we ever had. So let's keep it rocking. Number 9, develop a success language. This one is raw like sushi. You can tell who's successful. You can tell who has a successful mindset. You can tell who fakes the funk, right? Because of the way they speak. You can easily tell the difference between someone who consistently fails and someone who is consistently successful. And what that means is the way they speak, the way they act, when things are good and when things are bad, they act, say certain things, right? Just have to mute the line really quick, then we're going to continue. So yeah, the successful people, the people who have a successful language, they say things like, I'm committed, right? The people who aren't, I'm going to give it a try. Oh, I'll see what happens, right? That's when you get a fail alert. That's when I know. Whenever I hear people speak like that, I'm like, oh, shoot, failure alert. Because you already know they're not speaking a successful language. They're not saying the things they need to say, right? Number 10 of the 12. Number 10, get a little bit better every day. You're trying to grow. It's a process. You spent 18, 25, 30 years of your life, 40 years of your life growing and shaping the person you are today, right? So what makes you think overnight you're going to change your mindset, your behaviors, your habits, and the person that you are? Just because you read one book, you think, oh, okay, I'm about to upgrade my life. No, you got to continue, keep getting better and better. Every day, sharpen that axe. Every day. Even if it's 1% better. Get 1% better every single day. By the end of the year, you'll be 365 times better than the person you were at the beginning. Think about that. I don't know about you, but a 365% increase is beautiful. right? That's number 10. Number 11. I know I said the other one was my favorite, but honestly, this is probably one of my favorite ones too. Number 11. You know, and I'll tell you why before I tell you what it is. I love this one because this is when you truly boss up on the people who doubt you. This is when you boss up on the people who told you it wasn't going to work. This is when you boss up and become a champion. Number 11. Do not take advice from people who do not have what you want. Point blank, period. What in the world makes you think it's okay to take advice from somebody who hasn't done what you're trying to do, right? Or because their friend tried it or heard it or, you know, told you, you know, if you haven't done it, don't talk to me about it. I will refuse to take advice from someone who hasn't done what you want to do. If you want to excel in your field, you want to excel in your relationship, you want to excel at your job, you need to take advice from someone who's already excelling in that field, in that area. Imagine if LeBron James came back to Cleveland and went to the local basketball court and asked those guys for advice, right? He probably could have picked up a nugget or two, but if he took everything they said and turned that into his philosophy, do you think he would still be on the team? Hell no. What did he do? He found a coach, right? He found someone who excelled in that field, who was knowledgeable, who was credible, and he took their advice, he played with them, he listened to them, right? Find out what your coach is reading, right? Find out, or your mentor, whoever it is, whoever that person is you do choose to take advice from, you need to read what they read. You need to eat what they eat. You need to tie your shoes like they tie their shoes. You need to figure out what deodorant they're using. You need to find out what they do and do all of it. That's the point I'm trying to make, guys. Figure out what it is that person is doing and do it. Point blank, period. A lot of times people try to tell you what you need to do and how to get there, and then you try to throw in your 2 cents. Oh, but this is what I do. Nobody asked you what you do. We know what you do because you got the results you got. We're here trying to tell you how to get to the next level. So do what they tell you to do and listen. Listen twice as much than you speak. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Just listen. Listen. Again, me personally, I never take advice from someone who isn't doing more than me. If you don't outwork me, I'm not listening to you. If you don't make more calls than me, I ain't got nothing to say to you. You have no advice for me. Right? That's number 11. Number 12, the last one. Number 12. And this is what, you know, this is what a lot of people need to tie it all together. Because there's a difference between, you know, listening and taking the knowledge and then trying it and then continuing to try it until you master it. Number 12, accept no excuses. Point blank, period. Don't accept an excuse. Don't listen to what your subconscious mind is telling you when things are hard. If you're average, cool. You're going to let any excuse stop you. Point blank. That's what the sheep do. The sheep try to get out. They see a little wall. They just give up. Let me get back to the rest of the crowd. Let me do what the masses are doing. Sharks don't do that. Sharks see a little obstacle. They figure it out. They swim around it. Right? You want to be a sheep or you want to be a shark? You want to have success or you want to have excuses? You want to eat or you want to have excuses? You want to have a nice car or you want to have excuses? You want to be a leader for your family or you want to have excuses? Right? You want to take your life to the next level or you want to have excuses? Right? I went to the store last week. Excuses are still cheap, just so you know. Everybody got them. Everybody got them. I think it was at the dollar store too, 99 cents. Everybody has an excuse. Do not accept any excuses. Just stop. We all have that obstacle. We all have the bills. We all have, the hardships. We all have that little, annoying little gremlin in our lives that you try to get a little bit higher, they just grab you at your foot. Don't let that bring you down. Accept no excuses. Point blank, period, guys. So listen, knowledge is useless unless you apply it. Point blank. Take these 12 tips, and what I want you to do in an hour or maybe at the end of the day, read over them again. That's your call to action. That's the homework. I end these calls with an assignment, a task. Read over these 12 next level tips at the end of the night or when you wake up in the morning. If you're a boss, you'll do it every day for the next 21 days until it becomes a habit. And so you wake up and you start to recite these tips. Start your day and end your day with these tips. Look it over, review it, put it into action, and watch what happens. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm not here to hype you up. What I do is I study people. I watch countless videos. If you guys hang out with me at Topic, they'll tell you, Tony will tell you, Tony's been around me a lot. What do I do when I eat? I put on a personal development. I don't eat unless there's something going on for a personal development video, right? What do I do when I wake up? Shanice will tell you, I put on some Future, I'll put on some crazy music, right? Because I like to get hyped, right? I still like to turn on that little bit of good music, but I understand that it's 80% personal development and 20% everything else. So I'll turn off that Future, and then I'll spend 80% of my time listening to personal development, putting on some audiobooks. Lisa Nichols, Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas. 80-20 rule, right? Or reading something, growing my mindset. So understand, guys, if you don't apply this, if you don't look this over, if you don't use this, you just played yourself. Congratulations. Straight like that. You want to be a sheep? Do what sheep do. You want to be a shark? Boss up and do what a shark does. So that's it for today's call. Sorry we went a little bit over, but, this needed to be said. It's Wednesday. I'll see you guys later tonight. And for everybody else, I'll see you at the top or from the beaches around the world. Take care.